How'd you process this one the last few hours or last night? What'd you come away with?
That, the NFL is the NFL for a reason. You can never take a moment for granted. Even though you're up, you're down, the game's still going to be played. And, for me, when I can look at it is, I experienced a lot, my first 5 years here. And, a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of in between. And this was a new experience for me. So for me to be able to go through this and experience this is just another way of, all right, whenever you get this far, you know how to handle it next time. So that's the way I'm looking at it, and that's the way I'm going into the offseason thinking. A lot to improve, but if I can do my part, do my 111th, and I can motivate guys by me to do the same, we'll find ourselves in a better position next year and moving forward.
How soon do things begin on the contract front for you and your team?
I mean, I just play football. My agent does all that type of negotiating. We'll talk when we need to talk, but at this time right now, I'm worried about getting my body back right, spending time with my family, and keep focusing on what I'm gonna do next year.
Do you anticipate the business side of this being difficult when you're talking about as much money as we're talking about?
Let God be God. We never question that. Like I said, man, before, after, I've always just focused on football and did my part. And if I can do that, then everything take care of itself. So, the business is the business. We'll have conversations down that road. But, at this very moment, I'm still trying to get through this situation and grow from it.
17.5 sacks. Will you pretty much duplicate everything you did last offseason in preparation because it seemed to work?
I mean, some things are going to change, but, it started with my mentality and never wavering and never questioning that, first and foremost. And I knew I always had the talent to take over games and to be a dominant player that I know I am. It's just how well mentally can I stay locked in and know what I can and can't do. And obviously find the process, staying focused each week. So, I'm not a robot, first and foremost, so I can't sit up here and try to recreate what I did, because then I'm trying to do the same exact thing when I know, life happens and things are going to happen in my life. So, but mentality-wise and preparation-wise, taking care of my body first and foremost was one of the most important things I could have done this year. And moving forward, I know my process. I'm going to stick to my process. But if something changes, and I'll just adjust the way it needs to be.
You mentioned yesterday, and several players have mentioned, the spark, the fire, the juice, the energy was missing from last year. After a night to kind of think about that and reflect, can you put your finger on what exactly was missing? I mean, it was,
we like I said, man, we got the players, we got the guys. It was the same staff, same crew. It was just that new experience. Like we experienced last year, had to win, those final games. And first off, let me go back to, games are meaningful in December. That was our main focus last year. Play meaningful games in December and February. And, and when we got in this situation this year, I think the focus changed on going back to the fundamentals and doing that. So it took a little step back. So for us, man, it's to at the end of the day, the goal is to win. We should all know individually, team-wise, coach-wise, that the little things are going to make us happen. But if we don't remember play meaningful games in December and in January and how important those are, I think that was the main focus. I think we lost track of that, and we kind of made it a bit more simpler because we had a lot of miscues, and we focused too much on those little miscues that we forgot the objective was to play meaningful games, and the sense of urgency we had back then. But, like I said earlier, this is a new experience that we've all had to deal with, new experience that I've had, starting off fast, finishing the way we did. Last year we started off slow, finished the way we did. So it's another added, growth. And for me, how can I improve? How can I be that driving force? And hopefully everybody can take that and grow from that moment.